They may have been first in the comics, but I pulled it off better than that puny half-pint pun-wielding putz the Crypt Keeper, although John Cassia nailed the voice.
Thank you, Creep, and welcome to my Toy Corner. The Creep featured here in this figure originated from the 1982 Creepshow film by horror legends George Romero and Stephen King. More recently, this title was revisited through a television series running from 2019 to now. In 1982, though, a tribute to the 1950s style horror comics like Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. If you are a film junkie like me, you may even recall that George used Tom Savini for the effects, another box office legend. But enough history. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Alright, let's begin with the accessories. As you can see, the Creep there is holding that skull for me. He's got the first accessory I'm going to mention. Next one is going to be the second hand option here that you get with the Creepshow Creep. Next thing you notice, both of his other hands are open style. This one will probably hold the lantern, which is the next accessory I'm going to highlight. And there's that. It does have see-through plastic, so that's pretty cool detail there. Not too bad on the mold. It's a good shape, a very good scale. The last accessory that I'm going to talk about here is the Creepshow comic. Another surprise for me, because you couldn't see it through the window. He's hiding behind the creep. But it does, believe it or not, open up to show an actual comic. So how about that for detail? Bravo, NECA, bravo. I love it. Finally, a closer look at this skull. Very great detail. Broken teeth, great eye sockets. God, I can't talk. It does look like, I could be wrong, but that looks like it's either a mold that they use from another figure, or that might actually go on his head. That looks like a head pin joint. We'll see in a moment. The cloth robe is very similar to the one that, in my opinion, that came with Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie line. So, not a whole lot of surprise there, but greatly weathered, detailed, a good cloth representation for the Creep. Could have been a little bit darker, I think, but no complaints from me for that. I'm sorry. The head is extremely detailed. A great amount of work went into that. So, forgive the pun, but since he's, dead, I figured he would be rigid, stiff, rigor mortis, right? He's not. He's actually got a great deal of posability. He's got the double hinge that NECA makes from the upper arm, and then a third piece, and then a second piece hinge. So there's 3 pieces with 2 hinged joints in there. So he can do a full, complete face palm. Real hair, well, not real people hair, I assume, but real hair coming off of the head. Another fantastic detail. And you might notice that the hood has a wire, so that hood can actually be posed as well over his head. I'm not going to show you all the way up his ropes here and be a little dirty, but as you can see, the detail and the figure does have a full scale completion. It's all the way up, fully posable. Another win, in my opinion. So let's see if that head works. I'm just curious. All right, not sure if that's how it's meant to look. Obviously, he's missing the lower jaw, so it's going to look a little odd, but it did fit. The head came off, that one went on. If nothing else, you can use it for a substitute on another figure. I'm sure there's another head pin that will work with. So all in all, again, great posability, ab crunch, everything. Gonna lead you out with some photos. If you're a horror movie fan or a NECA fan, pick him up. This is an absolutely fantastic figure. And always, thanks for watching.